Reach! Reach! Hey Dragonauts, what's Dragon on? Astralsflame back here with another deck from March of Machines. We are looking at Mardu Reanimator. Before I get into the deck, please remember to hit that subscribe button to stay up to date on all the new decks coming out from March of Machines. And with that, let's reanimate our strategy here. We are looking for the best ways to bring back the best creatures we have to overwhelm our opponent. And that comes in the way of the new kickbutt creature or the partner duo here, Kroxa and Kuronos. This 6 mana 6/6 is amazing. Vigilance, Menace, Lifelink. When it ETBs or attacks, exile some cards from your graveyard. Perfectly fine. When you exile 5 of them, you get to return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. So we reanimate Kroxa, and Kroxa gets to reanimate even more for us. That is amazing. Not to mention, like I said, those keywords. Vigilance, it doesn't tap. That means the Wandering Emperor. Okay. There's nothing. Menace, oh, you need 2 creatures. Awesome. Lifelink, you're getting that life back. Kroxa and Kuronos is absolutely huge. And, I mean, this is kind of like friend and dog together. Like, it's cute. I really love this card. But that's the primary idea with the list, right? We want to get Kroxa and Kuronos as on the board as soon as we can to reanimate, or the secondary target here, Itali, Primal Conqueror. 7 mana 7/7 ETB, exile cards from the top of their library until they get a non-land card. You can cast those without paying their mana cost. So Itali automatically getting you value as soon as it gets in. If you can pay in that 9 mana and that 1 Phyrexian red, you can transform Itali into the Primal Sickness. Trample and Indestructible, it's an 11/11. So it's just massively huge. Hard to remove, which is great. But it's basically got Infect. So when it deals combat damage to a player, they get that many poison counters. They go sploosh, they die. Yeah, Itali is awesome, so we love it. Kind of rounding out our last Reanimator target here is going to be Atraxa, the Grand Unifier. Atraxa is a fantastic card from All Will Be One, and Atraxa lets us find a ton of cards from our deck. Instants, sorceries, creatures, planeswalkers, enchantments, battles. You find like 4 to 5 cards to stick into your hand with an Atraxa, and continually reanimating her just keeps your hand full of options. How are we going to bring back these awesome creatures though? Well, that's our reanimation strategy. So we have 5 cards in the deck that let us do that. Let's start off with that Yara, Widow of the Realm. Our Yara is a new 3 mana 3/3. You can sack a creature or artifact and deal X damage to an opponent or battle and gain X life, where X is that mana value. But you can transform her into Ayara the Furnace Queen. At the beginning of combat, return up to 1 target artifact or creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Gains haste. Exile at the beginning of the next end step. I mean, yes, the exile effect kind of sucks. Having a little sack outlet or destroy effect keeps your creature going. But the big thing here is just bringing something back for free. And giving it haste, that is huge. We may only get to do it once if we can't save the creature. But nonetheless, getting a free Itali with haste, getting a free Atraxa with haste, getting a free Kroxa and Kuronos with haste, I'll take that any day of the week. Love it. We are also playing in the new battle, Invasion of Tolvada, which transforms into the Broken Sky. The front page is what we care about here. Invasion of Tolvada enters in, return target non-battle permanent from your graveyard to the battlefield. So, any permanent for 5 mana comes back in. If you defeat the battle, it turns into the Broken Sky. Tokens get +1/+0 and have lifelink. And you might be wondering, what's the purpose of wanting to beat the battle? The big thing is, while you are reanimating, further developing your board state through other removal spells and board clears is very effective, which makes Invasion of Tolvada very strong for us. We continually make 1/1 white and black spirit tokens that can push in and stabilize us and heal us against our opponent. So while they have to contend with our big reanimation targets, they're also going to have to contend with our ever-growing army of little spirits, thanks to the Broken Sky. Our last reanimation piece now is Sheholdred. We have to go through a lot for Sheholdred to really do, but when Sheholdred works, boy, does it work. First off, 5 mana 4/5 with Menace. Already love the keyword. ETB, each opponent sacrifices a non-token creature or planeswalker. Very specific that it specifies non-token, especially with the amount of token cards that are in this meta. The fact that Sheholdred says non-token is very strong that means your opponent will have to get up a key creature that may either be acting as a buff for their creatures or something important like a Skrell. So love it there. For 5 mana, we can exile Sheholdred and flip her over. Bear in mind, your opponent does have to have 8 or more cards in their graveyard. Shouldn't be too tricky to get. Some removal and stuff, you should get there. But what's awesome is as soon as we flip, she becomes the true scriptures. Chapter 1, destroying up to 1 creature or planeswalker player controls. Chapter 2, each opponent discards 3 cards and mills 3. The discard 3, absolutely detrimental in hand. But the last chapter is my favorite. Put all creature cards from all graveyards onto the battlefield under your control. It's basically Rise of the Dark Realms on a body that can rinse and repeat. What's not to love about that? That's our reanimation targets though. We need some ways to stay alive. What is our removal looking like for this list? Well, for starting, in Mardu we have access to white, so we're going to be playing Valorous Stance. Also gemming and Go for the Throat for all-purpose removal. Sheholdred's Edict so we can force sacrifice on annoying creatures, or tokens, or planeswalkers. A little bit of board clear with the Invasion of Karsa, stealing 3 to each creature and planeswalker. Acting in for Liliana, because her discard helps us fill our graveyard, getting reanimation targets in there, or forcing sacrifice and removal. But in Mardu, with all the sweet triumphs we've got going on, we can actually play Landline Binding in this list, a fantastic enchantment removal with Flash, removing any target that we want, be it that it's not land, and exile it underneath Landline Binding. So we get to be a little bit cheeky with how we fill our graveyards with our lands, and take advantage of that triumph mechanic for Landline Binding. The last card in the list, I think we all kind of seen. I'm not going to touch on Fable. That's not the one I care about. The one I care about is a Breach the Multiverse. This is 7 mana. But each player mills 10 cards. That fills us for Kroxa. That fills us for Sheholdred, which is awesome. And then from there, each player chooses for each player, you choose a creature or planeswalker card in that player's graveyard. Put those creatures onto the battlefield under your control. They're Phyrexian in addition to their other types. So Breach does 2 things. A, fills you up for Sheholdred, and B, gets you something from your yard and from your opponent, so you can steal their most important piece. That is Mardu Reanimator. Dragonauts, enjoy the games. Ooh, okay. So I already have Kroxa Chronos. We have our Invasion. We have Tovada. I'm gonna keep. I'll play in the Shattered Sanctum tapped here. And I might go Lily. Jadar. I don't like Jadar. I'm gonna play a Lily here, and I'm gonna +1. I'm gonna discard Kroxa and Chronos.
We all have things we'd rather forget.
We'll discard that for now, that's fine. So this looks like Orzhov tokens, but that's fine. We can go ahead and Invasion of Karsus and clear the board. Okay, I love this. Render Inert. Sure. That's fine. 5 mana sorcery, move 5. No problem.
Sorry, I'm not.
Okay, I'm loving it though. How you doing, bud? I mean, this still just seems fine, right? Cool, we got Binding. Italia Be Wild. Dude, I have Italia in this list, and I cannot wait. Let me just wipe that up. We can Invasion of Tovada next turn, grab our Kroxa. So that's kind of cool. Ooh, another Invasion. That's handy. Alright, we're just going to Tovada. So unfortunately, I don't have the mill cards in the graveyard for it at the moment, but I have Infernal Grass. That's unfortunate. You pulled up a turn 5 Atali? Ooh, how'd you do that? I am extremely curious. Alright, I'll play an Ayara. We'll pass the turn. You can always transform her next turn. I wish you did damage to battles. That would be pretty sweet. Invasion of Tolvada, sure. You're gonna bring back my... You're gonna bring back your Jadar? Okay. Sacrifice your non-token. Yeah, 5 in a turn is kind of disgusting, no lie. Alright, let's just transform her. I'll pay the Phyrexian here. Bring back Coronos. I'm gonna lose it, but I can also just send in 6 damage. You know what? Let's go ahead and beat my battles, actually. Sweet. I get my invasion. So I am going to lose my Croaks and Coronos, which is unfortunate, but that's fine. We're soon going to have Breach the Multiverse. I've got Spirit Blockers against this wedding announcement, and I still have Invasion of Karsus. Sure. Hey, look, another invasion. I'll end the turn and get another Spirit. Okay, this invasion's pretty sweet. Foxy. I don't think so. Go ahead and play on Lily. We'll discard our invasion of Karsus here. We'll poke our battle. Okay, Mardu Reanimator might actually be legit. Wow. This might actually be legit. So Kenzin is fine. I'm gonna force the sacrifice. Go to next. I was Reanimator. Now I am Token. Invasion of yours. That card's good. The Invasion of Polvada. Alright, let's just play in Fable. I mean, I'm trying. I want to play the multiverse next turn. No! Wait, hold on. It's not over yet. Yes! Breach! Breach! I guess I'll grab an Ayara. And I will grab a Modric. Breach! Alright, yeah, good game. We breached.